All right, let's talk about it. That mindless, endless scroll on your phone. We all do it. But what is actually going on inside your brain when you get trapped in it?
You know the feeling, right? You pull out your phone to check just one thing, and the next thing you know, whoosh, hours have vanished. It's 3 a.m., your thumb is sore, and you're deep down some digital rabbit hole. So why does that happen? What is this infinite scroll really doing to our brain chemistry?
So how does this whole thing even start? Well, it all kicks off with something super simple and very, very human. We just don't want to be bored. And look, this isn't just a hunch. The numbers are pretty wild. A staggering 93% of young adults admit they use their smartphones specifically to avoid boredom. Our phones have become our go-to escape pods, right? But as we're about to see, that escape comes with a real biological cost. Just recognizing that initial trigger, that little pang of boredom when your hand just automatically reaches for your phone, that's the first step to understanding this whole cycle. So what does that cost? Well, it all comes down to a tiny but super powerful chemical in your brain, the one that runs your entire reward system. Let's get into how your phone has become an expert at hacking your dopamine fix. Social media is basically built around what scientists call a compulsion loop. Think about it. Every time you swipe, you see something new. That little hit of novelty triggers a small, rewarding burst of dopamine. And your brain, it absolutely loves that easy reward and immediately wants another one. So you swipe again, get another reward. Swipe, reward. Swipe, reward. It's a cycle that's literally designed to never end. And here's where it gets kind of crazy. This loop, it's disturbingly familiar. We're not just talking about some fun little quirk of our brains. This is the exact same neurological mechanism that drives addiction to substances like cocaine and nicotine. No joke. Both systems tap into our brain's hardwired desire for reward, and they literally rewire it to constantly crave more. And believe me, this is not just a loose comparison. For a very real chunk of the population, this becomes a genuine inability to log off. Studies are showing that between 5 and 10% of internet users are physically unable to control the time they spend online. And this is where you can see the actual physical toll. When researchers look at brain scans of these heavy users, they find that the white matter, the stuff that controls emotional processing, attention, and decision-making, is actually degrading. And these physical changes are strikingly similar to those found in the brains of people with a substance dependency. So the big takeaway here, this habit is physically changing your brain. It's not just a matter of willpower. It's a battle against your own rewired neurology. But believe it or not, that dopamine hit from seeing new stuff, that's not even the most powerful drug your phone is dealing. Oh no, the rewards get way more intense when we stop just consuming and start posting about ourselves. I mean, just look at this contrast. In our normal face-to-face conversations, we talk about ourselves maybe 30 to 40% of the time, which makes sense, right? It's a two-way street. But on social media, wow, that number just skyrockets to a staggering 80%. It's almost all about us, our lives, our opinions, our views.
And why do we do it? Because our brain gives us a massive reward for it. When you share your own views with an online audience, your brain stimulates the exact same regions associated with some of life's most powerful rewards: motivation, love, and even orgasms. Yeah, you heard me. Your body is literally giving you a physiological prize for talking about yourself online. It's no wonder it feels so compelling to share our every thought.
Okay, so our brains are having a party, getting all these incredible rewards. But like any good party, there's a serious hangover. Let's talk about the crash. What this all does to your attention span. You might feel like a master of multitasking while you juggle work emails, group chats, and your social feed. But the science tells a very different story. Study after study shows that people who are heavy media multitaskers consistently perform worse on tests that require them to switch between tasks. To put it simply, all that digital juggling makes it harder for your brain to filter out interference. This wrecks your focus, and it seriously harms your ability to commit new information to your long-term memory. You are, in effect, training your brain to be permanently distracted. And if you thought that was weird, the rewiring of our nervous systems gets even stranger. What on earth could this number mean? 89%. What could 89% of people possibly be experiencing because of their phone use? It's a real thing called phantom vibration syndrome. In one study, a whopping 89% of participants said they'd felt their phone vibrate when it didn't. Their brains have been so rewired to anticipate notifications that they now misinterpret a simple sensation, like an itch or a muscle twitch, as a call or a text. That just shows you how deeply our digital habits can alter our very perception of reality.
And finally, let's look at what that late-night doom scroll does to the most critical cognitive function of all, your sleep.
It's a simple but destructive biological chain reaction. First, your screen emits a powerful blue light. This light tells your brain it's still daytime, which causes your production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, to just plummet. This completely disrupts your internal clock, reduces the amount of deep restorative sleep you get, and leaves you feeling utterly exhausted the next day, no matter how long you're actually in bed. It really means a better day often starts the night before, by putting the phone away.
So when you piece it all together, the variable reward schedule, the compulsion loops, the ego boosts, the attention drain, a really clear picture emerges. The bottom line is this: your phone isn't a neutral tool. It's a pocket-sized slot machine, and your brain is the one pulling the lever over and over again.
And that leaves us with one final important question to consider. The next time you find yourself lost in that scroll, take a second to ask yourself, are you the one in control of the device, or is the device in control of you?